So I've done a few impossible tricks in my day. And over the years of doing highly improbable tricks, I've picked up a few strategies, tips, techniques. I got a bit of a process now for learning these kinds of tricks, which you can apply these tips to learning less improbable tricks, but I'm kind of focused on the impossible ones right now. Specifically, this bucket flip trick. Clearly, it's not impossible, as you can see me do the trick right here, but a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into learning this trick. Not so much blood, more the tears. So let's go back to the first time that I landed this trick. It took me something like 20 minutes to land it the first time. And if I'm gonna be honest, that is not that long for a lot of the tricks I've been doing. But I got it once, and that's really all I needed to know that it was possible, which clearly it's possible. Anything is possible, blah, 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 inspirational. But I wanted to know that I could learn it. And by learn it, I mean get it prepared and ready to put into an act. Let's say like I could do it 8 out of 10 times. I could settle for 7 out of 10. But 8 out of 10 is what I try to go for when I'm putting a trick into an act. So the first step is just do it until you get it. Because anything that you could do once, you could do it again. It's all repeatable. Just got to figure out how. So I try the trick over and over again until I get it a few times, just so I can get like a feeling of what it is when it works. I also film the first few hundred attempts, so I can analyze the videos, look at what it is that I'm doing right, what it is that I'm doing wrong. Basically what a coach would do, but for free. When I'm analyzing these videos, I'm looking for like the height of the throw, where it is in relation to the bottle, the rotation of the bucket, what my body is doing, what my arm swing looks like, my posture, feet position, you know, everything that I do when the trick works. So this trick, I noticed that I lift my arm a little bit before I do the arm swing. I do a deep squat with a very slow arm swing, extending all the way down. And then when I throw, I resist just a little bit with my fingers to stop it from over rotating. As it goes up, I stand a little bit so I can meet it at the top, and then I squat as I catch it. All that together makes the trick work. And I found this by just doing the trick over and over again, analyzing the videos, analyzing how it felt, watching it from different angles, you know, just thinking. I also tried different combinations of magnets. Like I tried putting the strong ones in the bucket, the weak ones in the bottle, the weak ones in the bucket, the strong ones in the bottle. I tried to put the strong ones in the bottle and none in the bucket. I tried weak ones in the bottle and weak ones in the bucket, but that one didn't work that well. But in the end, I found one strong one in the bucket, one strong one in the bottle with 2 of the weaker ones underneath it. So I got the ideal magnet combination. I got the ideal technique for the trick. Now, just try it again until I learn it. I try it over and over again until I feel like I can do it without having to really think about what I'm doing. But this is very important. I do not overtrain the trick. I don't spend my whole practice session just working on the one trick. That leads to frustration where you end up hating the trick and eventually even hating juggling itself. You get anxiety over the trick, so even if you know it and you have done it repeatedly, when you try to put it into the act, you already have that built up fear of not getting it. Your association with failure, it clouds your focus. And in the case of this trick specifically, it's dangerous. This is a dangerous trick that could lead to concussion, injury, death. If I mess up and I'm not focused on what I'm doing and I don't react fast enough to push the bucket out of the way or catch it, it could hit me right in the head, give me a concussion. No fun. Do not want that. Or even if I'm not messing up, just doing the trick over and over again and having a bucket caught on a club over and over again, that can kind of give you a little headache. It's not a good time. It really isn't. So to prevent this, I set a timer when I work on the trick. I go like 10, 15 minutes, just work on the trick. Once that timer's up, I stop, I do something else for like 30 minutes, don't even think about the trick, stretch, drink some water, do something else, and then I come back to it and work on it for another 10 minutes. I do not do more than 10 minutes at a time. Not only does this stop me from getting too frustrated or getting injured, I also feel like I get better at it faster. Like I have time to process the failures and the successes. Honestly, a lot of times, the best practice for me is to not work on a trick at all. I mean, that hasn't worked for a lot of tricks. Like I still can't do 5 club back crosses, but that's how I learn a trick. What were the steps? Let's recap. They were repetition, doing the trick a lot, analyzing, doing the trick a lot again, and not overtraining. And believe in yourself. Gotta believe in yourself. Super important. So that's how I learned the trick. It took a while, but I feel like it's solid now, except the bucket got all smashed up along the way, so I got a new bucket. Doesn't really flip the same, gotta relearn the technique. What can you do?